What's up, guys? We're back with a full slate of MLB action here on Thursday, August 7th. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think is the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every single day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Yesterday, guys, had a pretty good time. That, day game heavy slate worked out for us pretty well. Got off to a great start cashing Toronto there at -1.5. It was a 20-1 win behind a great bounce back start there from Gausman, who only gave up that one run in his 7 innings. The Blue Jays bats stay red hot, putting up a crazy 20 runs on 24 hits. We also cashed the no-run first inning there in that Cleveland-New York Mets game. Gavin Williams was nuts in the Guardians' 4-1 win, and with no runs scored in the first inning, easily cashed that bet. We had the Reds at +118. That was a tough 6-1 loss, unfortunately. Abbott struggling against a Cubs team that he has previously dominated. The Reds managed only 4 hits. Not their best effort in that one, so pretty disappointing performance there. But we also had the Astros at -110, a very annoying 6-4 loss for Houston. Jansen Junk wasn't great out there for the Marlins, but Eric Getty was awful over his 3 2/3 innings, and despite the bullpen being good, it just wasn't quite enough down the stretch. Now, we cashed both our lock of the day and our massive dog, and our dog of the day. It wasn't a massive underdog, but the Brewers at +118 was a nice win, a 5-4 win there behind a monster day from the offense where they jumped all over Spencer Strider. Quintana actually wasn't great in the bullpen, made it interesting down the stretch, but we do come away with that win. We also cashed Toronto at -205 as our massive lock today, double dipping there on the Toronto Blue Jays. Nothing wrong with that. A 20-1 win there. It doesn't get much more of a lock than that. So a 4-2 day once again. Back-to-back 4-2 days. We'll definitely take that. No problem there, guys. Having a pretty decent little stretch here all of a sudden. We're going to go ahead and dive in. Only 4 games today, but we're doing a double giveaway. So that'll be coming up here in just a minute. First, let's go ahead and take a look at the Sacramento Athletics taking on the Washington Nationals. The Athletics come into this game fresh off a tough 2-1 loss there in Game 2 of this series. At 50-66 on the year, they're not headed anywhere important this season, but we'll see what they can do here down the stretch. This is a team that really doesn't feel like they've let go of the rope. They could have been one of the worst teams in baseball this season if they wanted to be, and they would have had the best excuses possible, but they've been playing hard. We're going to see what they do here, hitting the ball to Jacob Lopez, who's 4-6 on the season, a 3.99 ERA. His last start, he was very, very good, and his last 2 in a row have been excellent. He's given up no earned runs in his last 2 outings. Very good against Arizona, very good there at the Astros. So good stuff in both of those outings. We see the Athletics win in both of those outings, so major positives there. He hasn't gone deep into the game, in either start, which is a problem when you're dealing with that Athletics bullpen. They've been pretty bad. Bottom 3 in the majors this season, so not a lot of positives there for the bullpen, but, the starting rotation, they got some guys in there. The offense for the Athletics, obviously coming off a 1-run game, looks bad, but Game 1 of the series, they put up 16 runs. Obviously, we've seen good stuff from this team at times at the plate this year. They're 13th in runs scored, 8th in batting average, 5th in slugging percentage. They've got some real bats out there, but they've had some injuries here towards the, not really the end of the season, but technically, really, if you look at it, is kind of the end of the Athletics season. They don't have much left to play for. So we'll see if they can come up with some offense here in Game 3, taking on these Nationals, who are 45-68 on the year. They're fresh off a 2-1 win there. They needed that to snap a 6-game losing streak. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Mitchell Parker, who's 7-11 on the year, a 5.35 ERA. His last start, not great. 4 innings, 12 hits, 8 earned runs allowed there against Milwaukee. He's gotten shelled by Milwaukee a couple times here recently, and overall has been having a bit of a rough time. In general, this season, I haven't loved the development of Mitchell Parker. This young 25-year-old is having a bit of a tough situation right now, so we'll see if he can finish out the year strong. The bullpen for the Nationals has been a disaster. One of the worst 2 or 3 bullpens all year long. Not something that's getting any better anytime soon, and the offense hasn't been anything special. 1-7, 3-2, 9-1, and 4 over their last several games. They're 19th in the majors in runs scored. Not exactly great. 19th in batting average, 22nd in on-base percentage, and 23rd in slugging percentage. This team really hasn't progressed. This franchise has not progressed exactly the way I would have hoped they would heading into this year. It's been a little bit of a tough season, so we'll see what they can do in this one. The Athletics come into this game as the favorites here at -130. The Nationals are +110. We've got a total of 9 out there. The Athletics are 27-32 on the road, 29-24-6 to the over on the road. Washington is 22-35 at home, 31-25-1 to the under at home. In terms of the side in this game, I'm not going to be backing Mitchell Parker anytime soon. Go ahead and give me the Athletics in this one on the road. Minus 130, a bit of a steep price, but we've got to take some questionable spots here. This is a 4-game slate, so we don't have a ton to choose from, so I definitely like the Athletics here. In terms of the total, I'm going to lean just slightly towards the over here, but no real conviction in terms of that overplay, despite there being some pretty decent trends in that direction. Next up, guys, we're the Chicago White Sox going on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners. The White Sox at 42-72 on the year, obviously not having the best time. They've dropped 3 straight games, and yeah, it hasn't been as bad of a season for these White Sox as I would have guessed. It looked like they could have had another historically bad year, but they've banded together. They've actually done some positive stuff. They've got some young pitching coming up that might be interesting here in a year or two. They'll hand the ball in this game to Shane Smith. He's a young 25-year-old starter. He's 3-7 on the year, a 4.25 ERA. His last start, 4 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs allowed there against the Angels back on the 1st. He did pitch there in the All-Star game and was pretty good over only, a third of an inning. But, he got out there, he did his thing, and he's had some positives this year, not going to lie. So we'll see what we get from Shane Smith in this one. Inconsistency could be the name of the game, but he could go out there and be good. The White Sox bullpen's actually gone out there and been relatively decent all year long, which is pretty impressive, when you're pitching for a team that doesn't have a lot of hope of winning on a nightly basis. These guys have stayed pretty locked in. The White Sox offense, though, 6, 3, and 5 over their last few games isn't terrible for a team that's 27th in the majors in runs scored and 29th in batting average. They're batting .229 as a team. They're getting on base at a 300 clip. This is a really, really bad offense. So we'll see what they can do here on the road, taking on these Mariners who have now won 3 in a row and 5 of their last 6. They're making things interesting out there in the AL West. They're only 2 games back of Houston for the top spot. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Logan Gilbert, who's 3-4 in the year, a 3.45 ERA. His last time out, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against the Rangers. He's trying to kind of pitch his way back into shape here, and it's not looking terrible necessarily. We'll see if he can keep things rolling here going up against the White Sox. He hasn't been as lights out this year as he was last year, obviously. That would be a pretty insane bar to try to, match, but we've liked what we've seen from Logan Gilbert here in terms of his stuff recently. The Mariners bullpen, not a huge question mark, a 3.71 bullpen ERA. They're pretty much, you get what you see, guys. This has been a decent, but I'm not going to say dominant bullpen unit. Now, the offense, 8, 5, 4, 4, and 6 over their last few games. Can't really complain about that too much. Cal Raleig's still doing his thing out there. They are drastically improved over last season. They're 11th in runs scored, 10th in on-base percentage. This team would have absolutely killed for this kind of offense production a season ago. Could have boosted them to some sort of insane level. So we'll see if they can use it to their advantage in a significant way this season. Now, looking at the numbers for this game, guys, the White Sox are plus 225. The Mariners are minus 280. We've got a total of 7.5. The White Sox are 18-40 on the road. Not a very good road team. They are 33, 22, and 3 to the under on the road. The Mariners are 33 and 25 at home, 29, 24, and 4 to the over at home. I will lean slightly towards the under in this game. I'm not in love with it necessarily, but like I said, this is a short slate. In terms of the side, I'm not going to be backing Shane Smith. I'm not quite that brave, so give me the Mariners here at minus 280. And on this extremely short slate, they could end up being our lock of the day, even though this is not a play that would have normally made it into lock of the day territory. Hey guys, hopping here with a quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB, UFC, and NFL preseason picks with NFL regular season and NCAA college football coming up right around the corner. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row. They've had a great 2025 season so far. And yeah, at StumpTheSpread.com, guys, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there. So definitely check that out. Our free to use bet size calculator, you need that to make sure you're not busting your whole bankroll on just one day. And that's where you'll find our premium top confidence picks, which might not usually will not always match what you see here in the videos, as I am not the premium MLB handicapper over there at Stump The Spread. We've got a monster with many more years of experience. He only had 3 plays yesterday, and it was a bit of a tough day, coming off a great August 5th, a very good August 4th, so 2 stellar days back-to-back. He had a little bit of a hiccup here on the 6th. He did go 1-2. He cashed the under there in that Baltimore versus the Phillies game. Very good stuff there on a 1-unit play, but he bricked out on the Braves as a 1-unit play, and the Angels couldn't make it happen as a 1-unit play either. So a little bit of a losing day, but over the course of this month and over the course of the last 3 days, very, very positive stuff. Definitely up units here in the month of August. So let's not get too worried, guys. I'm expecting him to bounce back. If not on this extremely short Thursday slate, I'm expecting him to at least go nuts there on Friday. Although there are some very interesting and very nice premium NFL and maybe some UFC, I'm not sure, picks in that premium section over there at Stump The Spread. So maybe even here on a short slate on Thursday for MLB, we're going to see him put up some wins in some other sports, and I'll be shocked if he doesn't come up with at least one MLB play that he likes. So definitely get over there, check out the premium options. It's great value every single day. Also, you want to sign up for that free email newsletter list. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. Absolutely free. All they need is your name and your email address to get you signed up for a free account, and you'll be getting one email every single day with free picks included, at least one, sometimes two parlays in there as well. Usually it's an MLB pick, but there could be NFL preseason in there. WNBA is often in there. Information on niche sports betting like golf, NASCAR, all kinds of good stuff in there. Those emails are an absolute treasure trove of information. So definitely get signed up for those, guys. And this is the moment that I'm sure a good chunk of you are waiting for. It's the members only giveaway. If you want to become a member and be eligible for these giveaways that we're about to roll for here, you got to click that little join button right below the video to become a YouTube channel member here on YouTube. YouTube channel members get early access to all of our videos, get their name up on screen in every video like you've been seeing, but they get access to our members only giveaways. And like I said, guys, we were on vacation. We are a little bit late on this giveaway. So instead of doing one giveaway, we're going to be giving away 2 Stump The Spread hoodies. So let's go ahead. We're going to spin this wheel. Every channel member's name is on this wheel. Every channel member right now at time of recording. So we're going to click this wheel, the button here once, spin the wheel, see who's going to win the first of the 2 giveaways. Looks like our first winner here is going to be... Barry Cass. Barry Cass, congratulations. You win a Stump The Spread hoodie. So let us know down in the comments that you were the winner of the giveaway, and we will get that hoodie out to you as soon as we possibly can. Usually they get ordered the day of. Usually takes somewhere around a week to get it. So let's go ahead and remove Barry Cass from this one since he already won. And we're going to go ahead and roll again. See who the winner of hoodie number 2 is going to be. We're doing these giveaways every single week, guys. So definitely get in here if you're interested. Looks like winner number 2 is going to be Frenol Olani. Frenol Olani, get in the comments. Let us know that you won. Congratulations to the 2 giveaway winners. Let's get in there, guys. Let's get those, get down those comments so we can get those hoodies out to you as soon as possible. And guys, if you want to be, continue to have a chance here, sign up for a YouTube channel membership. That's how you get a chance to win these giveaways. Now, guys, we're going to go ahead and hop back in. We've got a couple more games to cover on this very short slate. And next up, we're going to be looking at the Cincinnati Reds going on the road here to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Reds come into this game fresh off a disappointing 6-1 loss there in their last game in Wrigley, but winning 2 out of 3 there, not too bad. At 60-55 on the year, they've got work to do down the stretch, but this team is certainly playing pretty well. They'll hand the ball in this game to Brady Singer, who's 9-8 this season, a 4.36 ERA. His last start was against the Atlanta Braves, and he was great out there. 10 strikeouts over his 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and no runs, and was eventually a 3-2 win. Over his last 4 starts, we see that the Reds are 3-1, so pretty good stuff there. In terms of his history this season against the Pirates, not exactly the scariest team. He faced Pittsburgh back in late May and was very good. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs allowed, and it was eventually a 3-1 loss. He also had a similar stat line against the Pirates back in early April. So Singer, definitely with some history here against the Pirates. I'm expecting him to have a pretty good time in this matchup. I'm not too worried about him out there on the mound. He has had some hiccups this season, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's going to go out there and be terrible. In terms of the bullpen for the Reds, they've had a lot of hiccups this year, but they've also looked dominant at some point. So we'll see which version of the Reds bullpen we get here. I think they're going to be pretty decent, especially going against the Pirates. That would be kind of shocking if they were terrible in this matchup. So we'll see what they do here against the Pirates. Now the Reds offense could be in for a little bit of a tough time, although 1-5, 3-2, and 3 over their last few games. Definitely not the hottest hitting. A team that is more than capable of putting up good numbers. They're 10th in the majors in runs scored, but their other numbers tend to fluctuate a good amount. We have seen Ellie De La Cruz have a very good season, but 16th in batting average this year and 20th in slugging percentage makes me a bit concerned about the Reds overall. But they're taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game, who are fresh off a loss there against the Giants. They lost the last 2 games of that series at 49-66 on the year. They're running out of things to play for now. One thing they do still have going is Paul Skeens. He's 6-8 on the year, a 2.02 ERA. His last start, though, he got shelled by the Colorado Rockies. Not a great look. His streak of 3, insane outings, well, I guess that counts the All-Star game, but 2 insane outings is over. We'll see what he can do here against the Cincinnati Reds. I mean, I'm not going to say that's the scariest team for him to face necessarily in the Reds. Has he not faced? No, he hasn't faced the Reds yet this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'm a little bit worried about Skeens. He's still a very young guy, pitching very deep into a season, not necessarily accustomed to this length of season, I wouldn't say. So I'm a little bit worried about Skeens in this spot. I'm not going to deceive you guys and act like I think he's going to go out there and be nuts. He could go out there and be pretty mediocre again. I also worry a little bit about the Pirates bullpen. It hasn't been a disaster, but it hasn't been great. A 3.97 bullpen ERA leaves tons of room for improvement. And the offense, guys, there's almost exclusively room for improvement because they're terrible. 2 and 1 runs, 3 total runs scored over their last 2 games. It's not a great look for a team that's last in the majors in runs scored, 27th in batting average, batting .232 as a team. They are 25th in on-base percentage and last in the majors in slugging percentage, guys. Absolutely not a good look at all. So looking at the numbers for this game, the Reds are plus 150. The Pirates are minus 175. We've got a total of 7 in this game. The Reds are 27 and 29 on the road, so not a terrible road team. They're 31, 24, and 1 to the under on the road. The Pirates are 32 and 27 at home, 31, 27, and 1 to the under at home. 7 is not very many runs, guys. I'm not getting on under 7. I would lean more towards the over in this game, if anything. But in terms of a side, and this is where I see the real value, I think we're very likely to be on the Cincinnati Reds here at plus 150 as our dog of the day. I think they have an excellent chance of, if not getting to Skeens, getting to that Pirates bullpen. I think Brady Singer's going to go out there and be absolutely fine here against the Pittsburgh team he's got some decent history against. And I think we could see the Reds put up a couple runs here off of Singer, but definitely take advantage of that Pirates bullpen. Last but not least here, guys, we've got the Miami Marlins going on the road to take on the Atlanta Braves. The Marlins at 56 and 57 on the year are coming off a nice 6-4 win there against the Astros. They are still hanging in there, guys. They're going to hand the ball in this game to Yuri Perez, who's been nuts lately, 4-3 on the year, a 2.70 ERA. His last start, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs allowed in a 2-0 win against the Yankees. Over his last 5 starts, he's given up a grand total of 4 earned runs. The Marlins are only 3-2 over that span, but guys, Yuri Perez has been one of the best pitchers in baseball here down the stretch. It's been crazy to see him out there. Just electric stuff. Kid is killing it. Now, the bullpen for the Marlins, it's been improving. It's not great. A 3.99 bullpen ERA certainly leaves plenty of room there to get better, but it hasn't been a disaster for a team that, didn't come into the year with super high expectations. The Marlins offensively, 6-3-2, 7-2, and 13 over their last few games. This has not been a dominant team at the plate necessarily. They're 20th in the majors in runs scored. They're 9th in batting average, though, batting .252 as a team, so that's not too bad. 18th in on-base percentage, 17th in slugging percentage. They've got some dangerous bats out there, but this isn't exactly a team that I'm super, super terrified of at the plate. Although, they've been doing their thing here recently. So we'll see what they do here on the road against these Atlanta Braves, who are 47 and 66 on the year. Losers of 4 out of their last 5. They are kind of bottoming out, guys. It's not looking great. They'll hand the ball in this one to Carlos Carrasco, who's 2-2 on the year, a 5.68 ERA. He came over there from the Yankees. His first time on the mound here for the Braves, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs allowed, and what was eventually a 12-1 10-inning win. But can we expect something similar here? I mean, Carrasco hasn't exactly had the best year. He's 38 years old, so a super veteran at this point. We'll see which version of Carrasco we get here, but I'm not really expecting him to go up here against anyone at the moment and really dominate. A Marlins team that's hitting the ball okay. Might be possible that he has a good outing, but I'm not holding my breath. Now, the Atlanta bullpen's been a whole nother issue, guys, all the way up to a 4.14 bullpen ERA. Things are getting worse and worse for the Braves in terms of the pitching situation, and yeah, it seems like they're kind of ready to just pack it in for the season. The offense, 4-2-1, 4-2 over their last few games. This has not been a good offensive team over the course of the year. Definitely not great down the stretch. They're currently 25th in runs scored. They're 21st in batting average, 21st in on base and on slugging percentage. This team, they're banged up and they're not having a very good time. So looking at the numbers, guys, the Marlins are minus 107. The Braves are minus 115. We've got a total of 8.5. The Marlins are 28 and 26 on the road, 27, 25, and 2 to the over on the road. Atlanta's 26 and 29 at home, 30, 21, and 4 to the under at home. I'm not really super interested in the under here with Carrasco on the mound. It might not be the worst play in the world, but much better than the under, guys. I'll take the Marlins here at minus 107 with Yuri Perez on the mound. This kid has been absolutely electric here recently. I think this is a great, great spot here for the Marlins. This is definitely a play that's going in the pinned comment, and it would make it in the pinned comment whether this was a short slate or not. The Marlins are trying hard. They're playing hard here down the stretch, and props to them for doing that, and they're handing the ball to an exciting young starter. I think he goes out there and gets the job done comfortably. Guys, that's all the games we have here for today. A very short slate out here on a Thursday. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let me know in the comments any questions you do have on today's slate. I'm more than happy to get back to you. I appreciate everyone watching these videos. Do me a big favor and yourself a big favor and click that link in the description to check out stumpthespread.com. Check out all the premium picks over there. Great information, and we've got NFL preseason and MLB going on, and it's starting to heat up over there, guys. It's going to be a very, very exciting fall here right around the corner. Also, get on that free email list. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day. Guys, that's all we've got for this one. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, for more sports betting action.